Hey, it's Amy here at Content 10x, and I'm going to show you how you can create the short audiogram, audio teasers for social media when you want to share your podcast and audio across social. So here is an example. It's these kinds of things. This is an example on our Instagram where you pair up your visual with an extract of your audio, which makes it great for sharing podcasts on social. So there are two different programs that I'm going to show you, Headliner and Wavve. Now we've been using Wavve to create our audiograms since we started at Content 10x, and Headliner are fairly new, so I'm going to show you both. Now the reason that it's really good to use these is because when you have a podcast, you can share an image, promo image of your podcast episode on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, but these little teasers with an audio clip as well just take that take the visual to the next level basically, and make it a little bit more engaging and entice people a little bit more to listen to your show. So here we are on Wavve. So how does this work? You click, so we already have an account with Wavve, so I'm going to log in. I'm going to show you how we do this really quickly. Okay, so I'm logged in because I already use Wavve. When I go over here to the create section and click on new design, I will need to just replace a design that I already have. If you've never created one before, you wouldn't replace, you just go straight ahead and set up a new card. So here we go. So what I've been asked for here is firstly to add the image. So I'll click here, place image. And here you can just put in an image. So you're likely going to have a photograph of yourself or your guest, or you're going to create a graphic or an image in, say, Photoshop or Canva. I really recommend Canva. But this is where you put in the image that you want to use. So I have an image that I'm going to upload here. Okay, so there we go. I've uploaded an image into here. Now, I must say that it's automatically assumed I wanted to have a square dimension because I was replacing a previous square image. If I was doing this from scratch, I would be asked what dimensions, and you have different options like vertical, like for Instagram stories, or for wider for Twitter, or square for Instagram. So you're given different options of what kind of size image you want. So here I'm looking at an Instagram one. So you add your image, then you can change the waveform here. So something really good about Wavve is that there's loads of different waveforms that you can use. And you can change the waveform, you can change the color of the waveform, and you can change the the position of it. You can also change, you can put this in here. So you basically have lots and lots of options. We find this really good fun. The way that you can have even a square, so you could put a square around a whole image, or a smaller image. You can use circles. They really, as we've used Wavve, they've really improved in terms of what they offer for these engaging waveforms. So I'll just make a choice. I'll choose that one. I'll make it so that it's a bit smaller. I'll put it just coming across from there to there. And loads of options. You can be really creative. It defaulted to white and I'm happy with that, but I could change the colour if I wanted to any colour at all basically, but I'll stick with white. Actually that looks good. And then you can also add text as well. So because we created this image already, we put all our text on when we created this in our separate editing tool, but we could add text. So you can go here and you could add some text. So you can choose a font, you can choose how it would display. So let's say put it in here, put something there. Just the font size, you can adjust the opacity. It's really good. Lots and lots of editing options. So as I said, we created the image separately, but you could easily create some text within here, and you can choose the different options as well, like colour and the outline colour, the background colour. So it's really good, but I'm not going to use that text here because I already have my text on here, but you could add that in, so that's really, really good. You give it a name because you can create templates and then you can keep coming back to them every week, so you don't have to keep recreating, which is really good. You can work off your template. So you basically, they call this a card, and you save the card design exactly how it looks. So when you're happy with what you've done and you click Save Card, it uploads that as basically a saved template for future use. And then you just brought here now basically where you add your audio, so you can give it a name. So again, I'll just do test 1. You can edit it if you want. If you're happy, then you get into putting in the audio. So this is where you choose the section from your podcast. So here we go, I'll choose that there. Another good thing you can do is you can actually record directly. So maybe you don't even have a podcast, maybe you just want to create these short teasers and it's not from another form of audio content, it's literally just you speaking, you announcing something new, fresh idea, a new promo to communicate, a new tip, new idea. Then you could just hit record and speak, and then it would record that audio and pair it with the image. But I just uploaded a podcast episode, so it's just uploading that now. Cool, so here we go. So now you can clip it to the exact section of audio that you want. So let's just say, for example, I want to take, so you see you drag over the audio, so you probably want to have listened to it separately and made a note of the timestamps, but let's say I want that section there. Okay, so I can click play and have a listen to what I've selected. So that's really good because you can check your selection of audio. And then what you can also do here is, so you have to play around a little bit to get the exactly the right section of audio that you want, but they make it nice and easy for you to do that. And when you want to get it just right at the end, sometimes you don't want to have to listen to the whole thing just to hear the end and get it right. So they let you listen to the final 3 seconds just to make sure that that ends at the right point. So Wavve have really improved on this. When we first started working with them, you couldn't do any of this and it was really hard to clip your audio, but they've really improved on that, which is great. So when you're happy, basically what you do, so I'll just create a shorter version there just as an example. So when you're happy and you're here, there's some features you can zoom in and out to really get the best like cropping of the audio. So when you're happy, you basically click on here on generate video, and it just goes ahead and uploads, generates the video and gets that ready for you. Okay, so when it's all generated and the clip has been created, what is really cool with Wavve is that you can download it and then you have the MP4, which you can then use to share anywhere and everywhere that you like, or you can actually share socially by linking your social media accounts, putting any post description that you want. So it's acting as a social media tool basically, and then sharing it and it will share that out. So that's a really, really good feature of Wavve. And then also they will store your videos on their servers, and if you are sharing them out, then they keep a tally of stats for you as well. So that's a really good feature of Wavve. Now, as you can see, not a lot of social accounts over here at the moment. I don't have that to tick because I don't have accounts connected. This is a really cool option too, where you can send the video via text message as well, so it'll go straight to your mobile device, which then basically means that if it's on your mobile device, you can then share that out onto Instagram as well. So it kind of grown and evolved as we've worked with them and added all of these extra features, which is really, really good. So I'm just going to close this now. And then over here, you'll always be able to look at your designs, look at your videos, go over and create anything new. Lots of help, video tutorials. So I think they're really good, but they're not free. So Wavve is a paid app, and there are different plans depending on what your needs are. It's not massively expensive, it's very intuitive, you see, but Wavve is a paid app. And then let's just look over now at Headliner. Okay, so straight off, I'm going to point out that Headliner is completely free. So it's a different proposition to Wavve. Wavve is not that expensive, but it's paid for. This is free, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, I'm quite new to Headliner. This is almost an unboxing of Headliner, to be honest. But I'm just going to show you how it works. So if you have these options here, so the audiogram wizard, and then or you can jump straight into the editor, straight into a project. So I guess straight off you can see it is maybe not as much has gone into the user interface as Wavve with this, but that doesn't make it any less harder to use. So here we go, create a video, get started by uploading your audio. So I'm going to go straight ahead and upload the audio file that I uploaded last time. So a really cool feature here is that you can have, it'll burn captions, it'll generate and burn captions onto these audiograms, which is brilliant. So you can choose whether to have that on or off, so I'll keep it to on, and you can choose your language. And then I'm going to go ahead and click next. Actually, let's just see if I press play here.
So this is an audiogram.
Okay, so that's just a demo, so click next. Okay, so it's pulled in my audio already. So now you select the section of audio that you want to use, or you might have already created this section of audio and just uploaded exactly what you want to use, then there'd be no editing, but otherwise you need to choose that. Now you can put your start time and your end time in here if you already know that because you've timestamped it. Or what's really good as well is to keep you on track and make sure that you stay in line with the social media platforms. It's got this time limit selector here. So let's say I'm choosing a clip for Instagram stories. It can only be 15 seconds. So what it does, which is brilliant really, is it then creates this 15-second block here, and you can move this over, but it's going to take the 15 seconds that you've selected. This will be the title of your blog post, and you could tell people. Okay, so mine was for Instagram, so it's a minute maximum. I guess, then you may not want the whole minute, so then you can move it a bit in and out like this to get what you want. So you could just have a photograph. One thing that I do notice here, which was great about Wavve, is that it can be very fiddly choosing the start and the end point and getting it perfectly right. Good thing with Wavve is that they had this ability to just play back the final 3 seconds so that you can keep kind of playing around till you get it perfect. But either way, this is really, really good. So you choose your audio, just go with that, and I'll click next. So now we're choosing the image that we want. So again, it's great, all set up for the different platforms, stories in Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Square, or more of a horizontal one for YouTube and website. So I'll stick with Square and click next. And now, now we're choosing the Wavve type. So we can choose whereabouts it's going to go. So it's quite good actually. You can drag and drop. So as I started to drag and drop this, changed to custom. Otherwise you can say top, middle or bottom. And then you can choose different wave types as well. So again, we were really pleased when Wavve started to add all these different kind of fun and cool Wavve images, and it looks like there's loads of cool ones here as well. So what you want to do is you're going to add your background image because you want to see what it's going to look like, position your Wavve file perfectly. So we'll add that background image. Here we go. So let's make it the full size. There we go. And then we put you can change the colour of the waveform, make a decision on where it goes. We always design our waveforms to be really kind of very specific to the design. We try and create really fun and different designs. This one, it doesn't seem like I can bring the waveform in. It seems like I can move it up and down. Let's just see. Perhaps I'm not right with that. Okay, so there's not as many options on the different waveforms. With Wavve, you had square and round and all sorts of different ones, whereas this seems a little bit not quite there yet. So this one isn't ideal because I'd rather the waveform go across there and not all the way. But I'll tell you what, I'll just put... There we go. I'll just stick with that. Just put that there for demo's sake. Okay, so then create project. So I might as well show you the full demo as it went. So that actually didn't work, upload failed, so I'm not really sure what happened there. So I'm going to whiz through and try again and try and get back to the point that I was at. Okay, so there was a blip, but I recreated it, and here we go. So this is what I'm seeing now. So it's a bit like looking at iMovie or other kind of movie video editing tools now. So up here, because I said yes to having captions, you can see here the captions are created. I'm looking at it straight away and it's making me laugh because it's automatically generated, and it definitely doesn't look right at all. Let me just see. Or points made in your blog post and put that down in the description at the bottom of the image. So either way, that's a way that you can get some of that. Okay, so you'd have to go through and make corrections to some of the errors in the captions, but you know, they're automatic, so there's going to be some errors for sure. But that's over here, and of course you can choose not to have them on as well. So you can take them off completely. And then media, so you can upload a watermark and can change media. And then coming down here, you get more options again. So I'm seeing that you get option to add text. So if we click this here, you can add title, quotes, things like that. So this is, you know, this is really good, very similar to Buffer. So we don't need to do that because this example, the image is created with text. We don't need to do that, but if we did, it looks like, you know, it's very easy to do. Can choose all different fonts, really, you know, design it just exactly as you want. So lots of different design options there. The font size, make it smaller. You've got you could make the word that the text actually come in at different points, so it wouldn't be there all the time. And here we go as well. We've got transitions as well, so the text could transition in or out. So lots of options there, which is really, really good. So I'll just put that there. Just click add to video so we can see that there anyway. But what's really good here is I can see that you can then kind of drag and drop that as well. You can drag, drag that along at different points. And then media, so that's the image. So it's clear here that you are being given some options as well. So you've got the audio that you can see, but if we click on each one, we can now change the image properties as well. So you can do pan, entry transition, can choose the duration that image shows. So actually what it's giving you the option here, I think, is that you can add different images as well. So you could add another one, and wow, look at this, you can also get images directly from like Pixabay and Getty. So if you don't have an image yourself to put in there, it's even linked up there so that you can go ahead, or here we go, or you can upload your own. What's really good here is it's giving you the option to change the image and fade in, fade out, lots of different features like that, and add the text on. So it's, as you can see, it's more like working with a movie editing. That makes it really quite different to Wavve. So let's say, I'm just going to say that I'm happy anyway. I've done all the changes that I want. Export. So here we go. We can export to email. We can change the video size, quality, add intros and outros. There's quite a lot to it really. And then click export. So here we go. It's saying the video is being generated and you get an email when it's done. Okay, so it says your video is ready. Download it here. And this is really good as well. So you can play it back.
There's links made in your blog post and put that down in the description at the bottom of the image. So either way, that's a way that you can get.
See, it has the pan effect because I put that in, and the word comes in there. So that was just a playing around with it. But you can download that, which is brilliant. Copy this URL to view or share. You can upload it to Dropbox or Google Drive, which is great. Or share it as well, so it even gives you those options too. Let me just see if I select this URL for view or share. Let's just open another browser and put that in. How does that look? Okay, so just gives you a web page with that in. These options here, they basically allow you to go, they take you over to your platform for sharing as well. So really that's a kind of comparison then between the two. So there's two at the moment. As you can see, they're really quite different. I guess with the Wavve guys, they've put a lot into the user interface and made it really quite simple and straightforward to use. They store the videos and keep the stats for you, link up to your social. I guess there's more different waveforms and things like that, but it's very good. In here with Headliner, there's even more options really when you get down to it. There's way more options. There's adding the captions, and there is different options for panning images in and out, bringing and fading in and out text, changing the images. But some people, would say that using Headliner is a little bit more complicated. And as we saw in this live demo, it actually failed on me the first time and I had to start again. Headliner is free, Wavve you have to pay for. So it's just a case of finding out which one is the right one for you. But I just wanted to give you a run through of a few of the different ways that you can create these great podcast teaser videos. Okay, thanks for watching.